Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Resin Me Up. And guess what today is? Today is coasting through the week. So today I have gotten out, as Marva calls it, my party coaster. And we're going to finish what I started yesterday, and we're going to see what we can come up with. Aren't you excited? So let's go ahead and get these unwrapped. Okay. So this was a window. This was a door. And this was a door. Now, we're going to decide which one of these we want to use on here. And I think we decided that this one would work. But we also decided that this one would work as well because it would touch the ground and would be appropriate. And then this would be the window that would go on one side. Now, I didn't drill holes for the windows because that was a job. So on either side, I only poured one, which is also fine because, and you'll see why here in a minute. I don't remember what was underneath this one. Let me look. So these would be the small windows if we wanted to use those on each side. So either way, so we have to decide which door we like best. Let's get them decorated up here first, and then, okay, let me get my markers out. Let's see what we can do here. So we want them to glow, definitely. And by the way, Leanne, this orange glows perfectly. So let's start with this little one first. So we're going to go around. Perfect door. So that's what that would look like. Now, if we decide to choose this one, I need to go around and make these look like real stone, do this, the handle, the threshold, and make this you know, kind of look rustic. And same thing on the windows. I'm not digging those hearts, but it is what it is. Same thing. Make these look like stone. And then the same thing with these. Rustic looking here. And same way here. Actually, that goes with that, because that's the same design. And that's the goes with that. This goes with this. So that's my plan for those. I won't sit here and go through all of those. I'll do those off to the side and then come back and I'll show you how that works. I just wanted to do one of them so you could see what it looks like. Now, on this, I want to make this look like a chimney. So that's what I'm going to do with that. And yeah, so I've got lots of little detail work to do today, and we'll let that come down. So basically, I need to get some resin mixed up and get it poured in here, because we've got to set this little guy in here, and we got a lot of decorating to do to make this how I want it to be. Oh, I also need to show you this. This was poured with leftover resin, but let's see if I can get him out of here without cutting myself. He's a cute little mold. I've been pouring. I used leftover green resin the other day, and then yesterday, my shirt stuck. Yesterday I used leftover orange. Ain't he cute? Mr. Bones. I'll have to wait till we can get some darkness in here. But I thought he would be cute to decorate up. Mr. Bones. Okay, let me get some resin mixed up here so we can place this. And I also wanted to show you for foliage for our little thing. I got these off of Amazon, and they're little tiny leaves, and they're 4 different colors. So we're going to be using those. So like these are red, these are dark green, and they're literally little tiny leaves. And then these are kind of a olive-ish, and then these are yellow or golden. But like literally, they're little tiny leaves. So we're going to be using some of those today too. Okay, let me get some resin mixed up here, and let me see if this is actually red. No, it's pink. Don't want that. This. So let me get this one down. And we'll work on that too. So, and then this one is going to be filled in with glow in the dark. Okay. All right. Let me get some resin mixed up, and I'll BRB. Okay, guys, got my resin mixed up, and let me slide this over here. I wanted to show you what I'm putting in there first before I set the pumpkin. And that is, whoa, come back here. I placed lights turn this around because I want that to be at the back. Just like that. And what I did was I rolled them in a circle, and then I tied 4 pieces of wire around them to keep them from going everywhere and to hold them down. Now I'm going to spread them out a little bit here so they're not like all in one spot. Just like that. Okay, that should do it. And I may have to bend this so that it stays down, because this piece over here was just a tad long. Okay, let's pour this in here before it gets too hot. All right. And so, pumpkin. Oh my gosh, you guys. Ah, I am forever dropping things. I did not mean to do that. All right, I'll be right back. I gotta clean this up so I could get that in there. Be right back. Okay, got it in there. I'm starting to place some things, but I need to get this resin into some things before it starts to flash on me. I shouldn't have mixed up that much resin. I don't know what I was thinking. I think I was thinking I was going to fill that whole tray, is what I think I was thinking. Okay, so now got the trees in there, and we're just going to start putting some things in there. A few of those leaves. Shall we use yellow? I think. And we're just going to sprinkle some of these around on top of here. Some back here. Ugh, I'm making a mess. I even got some over here in my skeleton hands that I just poured. Okay, I think I'm going to add some red ones. Okay, so while that is curing, I am going to get my door on, or get my stuff finished, decorated, my chimney done, and that kind of stuff. And then when we come back, we're going to, because this needs to be cured, I'll get the door on and get all the other stuff on it that we need to get on it. And we may have to, oh, I forgot my little topiary. Where was I going to put my little topiary? It goes this way. Will it fit back here? Maybe if I move this forward, and we'll set that right back there. Maybe move it over just a little bit. Like that. Perfect. I forgot about my topiary. Okay. And then we're just going to do all the final touches to everything, and I'll decide what I want to do for my walkway. Okay? All right. We'll be back. All right. In a little while. Okay, guys, we're back. So this is tacky now. And dude, I scratched myself on one of those trees. Yeah, it was not cool. I was reaching back here because this kind of started to bend forward, and when I did that, I knocked off my bat. I tell you. Okay, so I got the window on, the door on, and I need to put this window on, but we'll do that in a minute. First, I need to glue this on top of the chimney. The chimney is done. Let me bring you guys down so you can see what I've got done so far, because I was watching back the first part of the video and I could tell, or as I was watching, I was like, you can't see anything that I'm doing. So this is what it looks like so far. I added a little dare to enter sign. And so the chimney is done. The door's on. I did put a light in there because I was testing it to see. I just need to stop reaching and use tweezers, for crying out loud, because the end of those lights are sharp. Okay, well. Or the end of those trees are sharp. Okay, sorry. So there's the chimney's done. And what we're going to do there is we're going to glue a ghost on top of there. And then I got to glue the bat back on. And then we're going to put a little glow in the dark owl over here in the tree, like that. And then this window will go over here. The bat goes back up there. And this is tacky now. So we're going to figure out what we're going to do with the path. And We're also going to try something I've never tried before, and that is we're going to get some fishing line, and because I want to put some, well, I mean, I guess we can, I was going to take some fishing line and run UV resin on it and make it glow in the dark. And then I was going to cure it. And then I was going to use that to wrap around the trees for the lights, and it just have it be glow in the dark versus having to actually put lights with batteries, because then I have to find some place to put the battery packs. So I thought that would be kind of cool. So I think we're going to give that a try and see how that works. So that's what I have so far. So we're going to try to get this together. This little guy here is going to go in there. I do have a little miniature black bench that I want to put over here in there. Hopefully it's tacky enough now that it'll stay right there. And then we've got this little Nomi dude. So that's what we've got so far, but I want to get the path in there, and I think I'm going to use the glow in the dark rocks, and this is tacky enough now that I can get that on there, or I'm going to use black rocks. I don't know yet. I haven't decided. So that's what we got so far. So let me get you back up on the tripod and we'll see what we're going to do here. Okay, what I thought about doing was using some black rock for the outside of the path. To line the path, if you know what I mean. So like you would use these to make the path like this. And then we would fill it in with these because these glow in the dark, if that makes sense. So getting these to be the right size is going to be the key. Okay. So and I think I might build a step with these two right there. This is going to be fun to try not to get my hands all sticky, but it is kind of still very tacky. And if I have to, I can pour some UV resin in there too to make them stick. So that should work right there for the step. And now, I don't think I can do another one. Well, maybe I can. My hands are sticking to everything. Let's see if I have some smaller ones here. Nope, that won't work. You know what I'm saying? So we could make just a little step, and I can UV resin that together too to make it stay. But you almost need to have very flat ones. Like that. And I've got a bunch of these. So we can search through here and find some flat ones to make that work. Just like that. Let's see if I can find another really flat one. Here's a really flat one. That should work. See if I can find a flatter one. Of course, there's probably only be one of those in this whole bucket. Naturally, one in the whole bucket, one flat one. And this one's flat, but I don't think it's flat enough. But it'll work. So that could be the step. And then we could build another one right underneath it, but use smaller ones. Know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? This one's pretty flat. Let's try that one. Yeah. Okay. Now, let's grab a couple of big ones. Just like that. And so see, that lights up. And I feel like the hands are sticky. And let's get Mr. Ghosty glued on and Mr. Bat glued back on. Now, we need to get this window on over here, and it's going to need to go. All right, so we got the windows on. Shut this off. Ghost on. Okay, now we need to, I think those are all going to sink into that resin because it's tacky. And I think really all we need to do is just take a little UV resin and pour over the top of these rocks just to secure them into place. These rocks are perfect. Okay, so there's that. And my light post is falling over here. I have to put something behind that to stabilize it. So now let's try and figure out these lights on UV or UV resin on string. Okay, this is going to be a challenge to make my string tight. All right. Guess we'll use this. Okay, I'm assuming y'all could see this. So think I'm going to pour out this spout. Here we go. Come on. I almost think that this would almost work better laying flat because then the drops would be bigger. But I think we're going to go over it one more time. Okay, let's try this again one more time. Just to see if we can get some bigger drops. It's kind of cool. Messy, but kind of cool. And I suppose you could go over it again if you wanted. I'm going to get my light. If you wanted bigger drops, because then it would go, it would go a bit bigger. You know what I'm saying? But I think these are just the right size for what I'm trying to do. Okay, I'll be back when these are done, and then we'll do it again. Or actually, I can just do it. I mean, unless you want to watch me, but I'll be back. Okay, so basically what we're going to do then is just take this. Hands are all sticky now. That's why I wanted gloves on. So basically we're just going to take this and we're just going to wrap it around this tree just like lights. All right, so there's that. Hey guys, sorry, my phone ran out of memory. I had to go and clean off some stuff. I always delete everything off my phone after I do it, but sometimes I forget to go and empty out that file. Okay, so this one needs to be a lot shorter because it's a lot smaller. So I'm just going to do a little one this time. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Now I got a mess to clean up, which is okay. So now we're going to put this one on here, on this tree. Probably going to have to do the same thing. We're probably going to have to tack it on. But I'm going to go ahead and trim this one first. Pretty cool, huh? Easy way to have lights that light up. You don't have to plug in. And you can already see those glowing. You can't see those as well, but they do glow. So that's pretty cool. All right. Now, so Leanne, this episode is dedicated to you. All right. So everything is pretty much done except for taking this out of the mold, placing the last few things, and then I really thought about taking this last bit of glow in the dark and dripping it. Hold on, y'all. Be back in a little bit. Okay, y'all, I got this out of the mold. Right now I am applying more leaves to this. And then it should be done. I was just checking to make sure that I got enough leaves in places, and I'm just UV resining these down. Actually, I think that's probably pretty good. Now, I do have some of the orange UV left from making the string lights. Thought about just maybe putting some of that right on top of these rocks. Okay. Now, I want to try something here. I need to wipe this off. And I need to turn this around. All right. Didn't get my flashlight on fast enough. I'm going to put a little thingy on each one of these. Might be better if I use my other flashlight because it's stronger. So let me go ahead and get these on here, and then I'll be back with the reveal. Okay? All right, BRB. Okay, guys, here it is. This is my little pumpkin house. Look, those little lights string lights are showing up. I didn't think this one would. I didn't think it was bright enough. That's why I put those little dots on the trees. But isn't it cute? I love it. It's adorable. Now, I didn't put him on there because I just didn't know if it was too much. You guys will have to let me know what you think, if it's too much, which side, or if you think he should go on there or not. But it's cute. And it is all aglow. So cute. Now, let me turn the lights on in the bottom. And now I'm going to shut this off. There. Look, what do you think? Isn't it just the cutest you ever seen? Oh, I just love it. I'd put it on my turntable, but this is still just a little bendy and I don't want to pick it up. But isn't that cute? Let me put, I think I need to change the batteries in this little thing. When I do the pictures at the end, I'll put batteries in that and put it inside the pumpkin so you can see how it lights up inside. But there you have it, guys. This is my project for today. This is for coasting through the week and for 31 days of Halloween. So coasting through the week is with myself, Marva with Marvelous Artsy, and Tammy at Epoxy That, and Laura at Laura's Design Studio. And 31 Days of Halloween is with myself, Marva at Marvelous Artsy, and Laura at Laura's Design Studio. I will link both playlists in the description box, and make sure you guys go out and check out everyone who has joined in on everything. And yeah, let me know what you think. Hit that like button, leave me a comment, and of course, if you haven't subscribed, we're on day 15 of 31 Days of Halloween. So more to come. So remember, stay curious, stay creative, and stay positive and stay kind. And remember to stay spooky. And we'll see you on the next video. Bye, y'all. Have a great evening. Good night. Woo.